Welcome to the NIOS studio. In this video, we are going to talk about story Kondiba. This is lesson 3, Kondiba, a hero. This is a story of a blind man. Blindness is a handicap. Such people with different types of handicaps are called differently abled people. Except for one handicap, they are normal in every way. Society needs to treat them as normal people. Let's look at some differently abled people. What do these signs indicate? Who can be called a hero? All the following are heroes. They are profiles in courage. A handicapped man climbs Everest. Sunita Williams, the astronaut. The dolphin which saved a child. Laika, the only dog to go into space. Kondiba, the hero. Kondiba Gaikwad was a poor blind man who lived in a certain village with his friend and his wife. His sole income was through begging. He had become blind at the age of 8 after an attack of smallpox. This story tells us about his brave act, which changed his fortunes subsequently. Let's read the lesson to find out how a handicapped man became a hero. Kondiba's childhood. Kondiba was just 8 years old when he suffered from an attack of smallpox. It affected his eyes and he became blind. When he grew up, he realized he had to earn money for his survival. The famine. At this time, there was a terrible famine in Maharashtra. He had to leave his hometown in Aurangabad and come to Mumbai to earn a livelihood. From broom selling to begging. At first, he tried selling brooms, but luck was not on his side. Then he came to know that Mumbai citizens were kind to blind beggars. So he decided to sit on the roadside and beg for his bread. Life in Golibar. He started living in Golibar, a slum colony in Ghatkopar, with Tukaram and his wife Yelan Bai. The well. In the middle of this slum colony was a well with dirty blackish green water. The crumbling walls. The well was very useful to the residents of this colony. The residents had constructed it a few years ago, but due to lack of funds, they could not build a wall around it. As a result, the mouth of the well kept widening as soil and rocks on the sides kept falling in. Routine of life. Life carried on as usual. No one worried about the well. Kondibas would go out every day. Kondiba would go out every day to beg. He would return home after he had collected rupees 5 to rupees 6. This he would carefully put in a small gunny bag and come back home. An accident. One day, Kondiba, as usual, returned home to eat the little food that Yelan Bai had prepared for him. Suddenly, they heard shouts and screams. Kondiba and Yelan Bai were startled. They heard someone shout and say, "Someone is fallen in the well." Kondiba rushes to the site. Kondiba quickly put his food aside and asked Yelan Bai to take him quickly to the site. They reached the spot on time. Without wasting time, Kondiba took off his clothes and slid into the well. Efforts of Arvind's friends. Two boys were already paddling to look for Arvind. Arvind, it seems, had fallen from a tree trunk while pulling out water. The boys did not know how to dive. Kondiba's decision. Kondiba used to be a good swimmer during his childhood. when he would dive to pick up broken pieces of shining pottery from the well as part of their game. That was long time ago. He was not sure how long he would be able to hold his breath underwater. Gets an idea of the well. Kondiba floated for a while before diving in. He kept feeling his way along the wall. When his feet touched the ground, he felt all around but could not feel anybody. He would then come up to the surface to take a breath and dive back again. Two minutes passed. It was now 2 minutes since the boy had fallen. When his aunt saw Kondiba come out without the boy, she gave out a loud wail. Why did she give out a loud wail? Efforts continued. Kondiba dived back into the well. He felt once again. Again he came to the surface for a breath. Each time he came up for breath empty-handed. The general public gave out a cry of disappointment. Arvind's only hope. Kondiba was determined to find Arvind. Certainly, he could not have vanished. The third time he went in, he groped every inch to feel a body. He was extremely tired. His ribs were bursting, but he knew he was Arvind's only hope. If only I could say. Kondiba himself felt very disheartened at the failed attempts. For the first time after he became blind, he missed his vision. Why did he miss his vision? Some gains. Just as he was about to come up again to take another breath, he felt something soft among the weeds. He could now feel Arvind's legs. Kondiba's heart was beating painfully by now. But he could not give up now. Mind and heart dictate. He needed something to pull the body out. Just then he could feel his belt. Holding it tightly with his hand, he pulled Arvind out of the net of weeds. Kondiba's weak body did not have the kind of strength that was needed, but his mind and spirit kept egging him on. The success. Without loosening his hold, Kondiba was finally able to pull Arvind out of the well. To Kondiba, it seemed ages to come up the 6 meters. As soon as he came up, his tired body gave way. Kondiba passes out. As soon as he came out, Kondiba's body gave way to exhaustion. His eyes closed. He could faintly hear people trying to give Arvind artificial respiration. Then he heard cries of joy when Arvind vomited water. Kondiba still clung to the sides of the well, half unconscious. The drowned boy. A small pat. Arvind was rushed to a nearby hospital. A man helped Kondiba come out of the well. A woman patted him on his shoulder. Yelanbai led him to the hut. Kondiba ate his half-finished lunch and went to sleep. Life goes on. Kondiba had saved a life, but he had to go on with his own life begging. By afternoon, he was again sitting on the street begging. In the news. Meanwhile, word about his bravery went around. The local newspapers carried his pictures and were agog with stories of his bravery. Kondiba had become a hero. Appreciation and awards. He was praised by the governor and Chief Minister of Maharashtra. He was presented awards worth rupees 12,970. Skill training. He was given a home in a blind home. There he learned skills of bottling and weaving chair seats. The business. Fate turns around. With his new skill, Kondiba moved to Jalna, a town near his native village. He got married and started a small business of his own. Finally, the beggar who hated begging lived a life of dignity and did not have to beg anymore. These are some learning points. A brave and courageous act makes one a hero. A disability does not debar one from living a normal life. Never give in to handicaps. Sharpen your other skills. Society and government should help rehabilitate the differently abled through proper training. I hope you have understood the story. For more information, you can log on to www.nios.ac.in. Also, you can send your feedback at the email ID siglanguage@nios.ac.in. Thank you.
पच्चीस साल का लंबा सफर और लाखों लोगों के चेहरों पर खिलती मुस्कान, गर्व और गरिमा से जीने की प्रेरणा देती मुस्कान, आत्मसम्मान और विश्वास से पैदा हुई मुस्कान। इन खिलते चेहरों पर ये मुस्कान आई है शिक्षा के जरिए। ये मुस्कान आई है नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग यानी NIOS के जरिए। नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग या राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान, इस संस्थान का एक बड़ा उद्देश्य है आम आदमियों के जीवन को बेहतर बनाना। ऐसे लोग जिनके लिए शिक्षा एक दूर का सपना है या वे बच्चे जो परिवार की रोजी रोटी कमाने के लिए बीच में ही स्कूल छोड़ने पर मजबूर हो जाते हैं। NIOS ऐसे बच्चों और बड़ों को दोबारा शिक्षा से जुड़ने का मौका मुहैया कराता है ताकि वे एक बेहतर जीवन जी सकें। 1989 में स्थापना के बाद NIOS ने देश के लाखों बच्चों और वयस्कों को बेहतर शिक्षा से जोड़ा है। इनमें हर उम्र, हर पृष्ठभूमि, हर जाति, हर मजहब और हर क्षेत्र के लड़के लड़कियां, महिलाएं और पुरुष शामिल हैं। बढ़ई से लेकर पायलट, डॉक्टर, इंजीनियर, बेकर और दर्जी तक NIOS कोशिश कर रहा है सबको शिक्षित और सशक्त बनाने की, चाहे वो असम के दूर दराज इलाके में रहने वाला हो या फिर मुंबई जैसे महानगर का। NIOS ने अपनी मौजूदगी हर जगह दर्ज कराई है। NIOS ने शिक्षा की परंपरागत सोच को ही बदल दिया है। वो पढ़िए जो हम पढ़ाते हैं की जगह NIOS की नई सोच है, हम वो पढ़ाते हैं जो आप पढ़ना चाहते हैं। इस नई सोच ने लोगों को आगे बढ़ने और NIOS के साथ जुड़ने के लिए प्रोत्साहित किया है। शिक्षा उपलब्ध कराने के मामले में NIOS किसी सीमा को नहीं मानता, उम्र की सीमा को भी नहीं। चंडीगढ़ के गणेश के लिए भी NIOS एक वरदान साबित हुआ। NIOS शारीरिक रूप से अक्षम बच्चों को भी बेहतर शिक्षा मुहैया कराने के लिए पूरी तरह प्रतिबद्ध है। ऐसे बच्चों के लिए शिक्षा न केवल रोजगार के द्वार खोलती है, बल्कि उन्हें आत्मविश्वास और गर्व के साथ जीना भी सिखाती है। NIOS खेल के इन सितारों को उनकी सुविधा और समय के अनुसार बेहतर शिक्षा उपलब्ध कराता है। मेरी कॉम, सोमदेव देववर्मन, देविका रेबेका पल्लिकल, अरमान इब्राहिम, प्रद्युमन प्रकाश और अमयजोत सिंह। NIOS सीमा पर खड़े उन प्रहरियों को भी शिक्षा से लाभान्वित करता है जो देश की सुरक्षा के लिए अपनी जान की बाजी लगाने से भी नहीं चूकते। सच तो ये है कि NIOS की पहुंच हर ओर रहती है, चाहे वो दूर दराज के आदिवासी हो या जेल की कोठरी में बंद कैदी या फिर ग्रामीण और शहरी क्षेत्रों के गरीब निवासी। देश में कहीं भी कोई भी व्यक्ति, स्त्री, पुरुष, लड़का, लड़की, अमीर, गरीब शिक्षा से वंचित न रहे। राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान का यही मिशन है।
राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान पूरे देश में शिक्षा के साथ साथ कौशल विकास के क्षेत्र में बहुत सारे कोर्सेज दे रहा है। लगभग 100 से ज़्यादा कोर्सेज हैं। हम दूर दराज के गांव में अपने संस्थान बनाते हैं और वहाँ के बच्चों को, वहाँ के बच्चियों को, वहाँ के वयस्कों को हुनर के क्षेत्र में शिक्षा पहुँचाते हैं। आपको जानकर खुशी होगी कि अब हम आर्ट, साइंस, कॉमर्स जिन क्षेत्रों में 12वीं का सर्टिफिकेट दिया जाता रहा है, अब हम हुनर के क्षेत्र में, वोकेशनल एरिया में भी 10वीं और 12वीं का सर्टिफिकेशन करेंगे। तो वो बच्चे जो कृषि से जुड़े हुए हैं, कारपेंट्री से जुड़े हुए हैं या दूसरे क्षेत्रों से जुड़े हुए हैं, वो अपने ही क्षेत्र में काम करेंगे, सीखेंगे, हुनर पैदा करेंगे अपने में और सर्टिफाइड भी होंगे कि वो सर्टिफाइड कृषक हैं, खेतिहर हैं। तो आज तक जो हमारे देश में ये सोच रही है कि आप 12वीं पास तभी कहे जाएंगे जब भूगोल, अर्थशास्त्र, भौतिकी ये पढ़ेंगे, अब ये समय बदल गया है। ITI में जितने बच्चे पढ़ते हैं, लगभग 18 लाख बच्चे हर साल दाखिला लेते हैं। अब हम उनको सर्टिफिकेशन करेंगे।
NIOS अपने छात्रों को माध्यमिक स्तर पर 26 और उच्च माध्यमिक स्तर पर 19 विषयों का विकल्प देता है। पढ़ाई किस माध्यम से करनी है, इसमें भी आपको लचीलापन मिलेगा। माध्यमिक स्तर पर ही 7 भाषाओं के अलग अलग माध्यमों का विकल्प मौजूद है। शैक्षणिक कार्यक्रमों के अलावा 86 वोकेशनल शिक्षा कार्यक्रम भी उपलब्ध हैं, जो छात्रों को कामकाजी दुनिया के लिए तैयार करते हैं। वोकेशनल प्रशिक्षण को अधिक सुदृढ़ बनाने के लिए NIOS ने ITDC, सिस्को, इंडियन मेडिकल एसोसिएशन जैसे कई सरकारी और गैर सरकारी संस्थानों के साथ भागीदारी स्थापित की है। आज लाखों छात्रों के लिए अपनी पसंद का स्कूल है राष्ट्रीय मुक्त विद्यालयी शिक्षा संस्थान यानी नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग। NIOS ने एक लंबा सफर तय किया है, लेकिन मंजिल अभी दूर है। निरंतर विकास और नवीनीकरण के लिए NIOS सदैव प्रतिबद्ध है। शिक्षा का उद्देश्य महज रोजगार जुटाना ही नहीं है, बल्कि स्वयं को सशक्त बनाना भी है। NIOS लाखों छात्रों के लिए यही आत्मसम्मान दिलाने में जुटा है। लाखों लोगों के लिए एक आशा और उम्मीद है। नेशनल इंस्टीट्यूट ऑफ ओपन स्कूलिंग। शिक्षा सबके लिए, कहीं भी, कभी भी।
जीवन ये प्रकाशित करने, राहों को आलोकित करने, हम अपना दीपक स्वयं बने, हम अपना रास्ता स्वयं चुने।
सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो, संसाधन समय की सीमा से विद्यालय जो मुक्त हो।
कभी पढ़े हम कहीं पढ़े, वे विषय के लोच